Wow, you must be thinking, I want to become a CRNA. So what are some top 5 ways to do that? Well, in this video, we're going to talk all about it. So definitely keep watching. My name is Christine and welcome to a new video. If it's your first time here, you want to become a CRNA or grow your CRNA career, definitely subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to give you more information, more knowledge. I love sharing everything that I have in my little pocket, okay? So today we're thinking about, what are some ways, 5 specific ways to become a CRNA? Simple, easy, straight to the point. So let's get into it. So now when you're thinking about you want to become a CRNA, what are some ways? So you got to think about what's your path, for example. Are you going to go ahead and become a registered nurse with an associate's degree, or do you want to become a registered nurse with a bachelor's degree? So with these 2 different options, it's going to be a different length in amount of time to become a registered nurse. So let's start with associate's degree in nursing. That program is approximately 2 years. On average, when you become an associate's prepared nurse, you need approximately about 1 year of experience. But while that 1 year of experience you're receiving, you can start applying to a bridge program to become a bachelor's prepared nurse. So a lot of times I've seen nurses who've graduated an associate's degree, sometimes there's special situations where they really need nurses, and specifically in the ICU, that you graduate as an associate's prepared nurse and they'll accept you into the ICU, they'll train you and give you the experience in ICU nursing, which is awesome. So then as you're going ahead and getting into the bridge program to become a bachelor's prepared nurse, for example, you are getting your experience as ICU nurse and then taking classworks. So for example, you can get your 2-year degree, start working in the ICU, start making some money, saving, and then getting your experience. Then you apply to a program, get accepted. Some hospitals will actually pay for you to go back to school. So you'll have your full-time job, getting paid, of course, for your time, as well as they'll pay for you to go to school to become a bachelor's prepared nurse because they want to invest in you. So they'll do that, and then you'll get your training to become a bachelor's prepared registered nurse. Now there's a difference. So say, for example, you say to yourself, you know what, I just want to go to school and just get my degree as a bachelor's nurse and then move forward and getting my experience. So for example, say you graduated high school, or maybe you're deciding now that you want to go to college and go for a 4-year degree, and you know for sure that you want to be a registered nurse. You've chose your career path, you want to become a CRNA. So you want to get everything done out of the way with education wise and then get your experience. So a lot of people will do that. So many programs out there to get your bachelor's degree. So there's actually 2 ways, but we're first going to talk about the first way is just going to school, a 4-year degree, and going ahead and go through your training to become a registered nurse. While there's another program which is called an accelerated bachelor's prepared program. So say, for example, you already have a degree saying it's in communication, or maybe it's in marketing, maybe it's in art, maybe it's in social sciences, and you're saying to yourself, I love that degree I've received, I've worked in that area, but now I want to become a registered nurse. So now you decide that you want to apply to an accelerated program, which makes it faster for you to become a registered nurse. You take your prerequisite courses, and then you apply to this program, get accepted. It's about 18 months to 2 years, depending on the school, to become a bachelor's prepared registered nurse. So now you've went through your training, and now you are a registered nurse and you have a bachelor's degree, depending on if you decided the associate's prepared route or the bachelor's prepared route. Even though you did your associate's prepared, you went back and got your bachelor's degree. So now you're all set. Now you go ahead and think about getting your training. A lot of hospitals, you may be required to do 1 year of medical surgical nursing. So you have to work on the floor for a year, a minimum, and then you can go ahead and apply into the ICU. However, there are some new programs where they have nurse residency programs where they'll accept you right out of school, train you to become a critical care nurse, which is awesome. That's what I did when I graduated nursing. I got accepted into a nurse residency program. Comment below if you are currently a registered nurse. Are you associate's prepared registered? Are you a bachelor's prepared registered nurse? Or maybe you're in a specific area in nursing. What kind of experience do you have? I'd love to hear it in the comments below. So now you've gotten your experience and you've had a minimum of 1 to 5 years, depending on you, of getting ICU training. A lot of programs you need just 1 year, but a lot of times on average, 3 to 5 years is a lot of times the acceptance rate to get into a CRNA program. So now you go ahead and apply to different programs and you get accepted, you go through all of your training. So now you've gotten your experience as becoming a registered nurse. So what do you have to start thinking about when you're thinking about going into schooling? So you got to think about getting your certification in critical care, nursing. Then you got to think about your GRE exam. Some schools, if you have a high GPA at 3.5 or higher, sometimes they'll waive you from having a required GRE score, but most schools will require you to take the GRE exam. Now you think about, all right, so now I've gotten all of the experience, I've gotten my certification, I've taken my examination, I'm ready to go ahead and apply to a CRNA program. So now you gotta think about this. Master's prepared CRNA versus a doctoral degree CRNA. With that, it depends on the length of schools. It could be 2 years versus 4 years. After you finish your training, now you have to take your national certification in order to practice as a CRNA. Then you get your certification, you pass your exam, you go ahead and apply to work as a CRNA, and it's very easy. There's so many job opportunities. There's such a shortage in CRNAs, AAs, anesthesiologists. There's such a big need and so many job opportunities that you'd never have to worry about a job. Pretty much every day I'm pretty much getting contact about a job opportunity. So I know it can be a lengthy process to become a CRNA, but I think it's so worth it because you have so much financial stability and it's an amazing job providing safe and beautiful anesthesia to patients around the world. So if you have any questions, definitely comment below. If I can't get to it, I know there's definitely someone else who can get to it. So if you want to learn more about how to become a CRNA, how to grow your CRNA career, definitely subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you watching this video. See you next time.